It was a dark and stormy night. I was alone, catching up on paperwork. God, I hate paperwork. I was ready to call it a night when she walked in. From a distance, she looked aristocratic, like pure white silk. But I could tell from the way she moved she had spandex in her bloodline. As she got closer, I could see she was no silk stocking. No, she was bleached cotton. She was high maintenance. It took a lot of bleach to get that shade of white. Before I could say anything, she came in and sat down and peered at me with her baby blues. What's your name, doll?
Barbara. But my friends call me Bobby. Bobby Socks.
So, Bobby Socks, what brings you here on such a dark and stormy night?
It's my sister. My sister Bootsy. She's missing.
When did you see her last?
3 loads ago. She came out of the wash with me, but not the dry. She didn't turn up in the darks or the sheets. And when she didn't turn up in the towels this morning, I knew I needed help finding her.
What does she look like? Describe her.
Well, she looks just like me. We're a pair, you know. Some people can't tell us apart. We're a perfect match.
I see. Twins. So, any more loads in the next day or two?
No. The laundry's done for the week. The hamper is empty. What am I going to do?
Well, doll, you're going to go home and not worry your pretty little head. I'll take it from here. I got an early start the next morning. I checked the scene of the crime, but there was no sign of our missing sock sister. I called in the big guns to search for the body in the bowels of the dryer system, but all they found was a toy soldier and enough lint to stuff a dozen teddy bears. So I figured it had to be a sock napper. I gathered up the usual suspects. First, I brought in Grimy Gus. He spends his days licking the tongue of a greasy work boot, but I knew his biggest crime was skipping the wash. He wasn't a sock napper. Then I brought in Crew the Blue. He was my prime suspect. He once ran off with a saucy lace stocking. 2 days later, she ended up in shreds wrapped around a telephone wire. No one could prove it, but we all knew what he was capable of. He wouldn't think twice about putting a run in a pretty lady's fabric. But he was in the darning pile when the Sox twin went missing. That meant my final suspect must be the culprit. I interrogated him for hours, but he just barked a bunch of mumbo-jumbo at me. But I did manage to grab his collar and pull one lone piece of yarn from his neck. But before I could apprehend the animal, the dog got away. So I caught up with Bobby to fill her in on what I'd found out.
Tab, give me some good news.
Sorry, kid. The good news is her body wasn't in the dryer vent. The bad news is I suspect she's completely unraveled. Your furry friend over there had a cotton thread on him. Bleached cotton, with a touch of spandex. I'm afraid your sister met with a terrible end in the bowels of that sock-eating monster.
Tab, no.
Yes. Hey, you foul animal. Hang on, Bobby, I'm coming. You may be in luck, doll. This dog may not be a sinister sock eater after all. Looks like he likes to grab and stash. Help me dig!
Help! Help me!
I can hear her.
Help me,
Bootsy! Bootsy!
help!
I'm
Help
here!
me!
I'm here!
Help me!
Bootsy! Bobby! You found me! Bootsy. We're together again. Oh, we're such a great pair.
A happy ending. This time. But how many households out there are so lucky? Life is crazy. Sock-eating dogs, dastardly dryer systems, and mysterious forces that cause sock mates to disappear into thin air. Today, we were lucky. But tomorrow, who knows?